over 20 million out of school children, 133 million multidimensional poverty, and you have insecurity everywhere. There's no nation with the level of insecurity that we have that will prosper. There's no nation. Because people must first feel secure, and that's why you look at the fundamental principle of the Constitution when it talked about that every government shall protect the life of the people and then provide that security for them. So it was very important that this fundamental principle, as enshrined in our Constitution, is respected by those in government. Those in government are not live up to expectation because of the level of mismanagement. If you look at the budget of the National Assembly, when you have 15 billion naira for library, 13 billion for car park, 15 billion for our hospital that is residing within the National Assembly. If you look at the cost of waste, even what Ali Ndume said, whether they talked about the renovation of the National Assembly sitting chamber, when you talk about 45 or 48 billion naira, and it is all poorly done. So the kind of waste that exists in our system that's deprived the child of the honorary man in the street for having basic amenities that would have made their life a better one in a society that we are one of the largest producer of crude oil in the world. So we are one of the largest deposits of gas in the world, and we are not using it. Nothing is happening to it because we have ineffective leadership. We have leadership that is incompetent, that is docile, and that is not responsible to the yearning of the people. The leadership that does not see that they must be very proactive to take decisions. We can't tax ourselves out of this problem. We cannot tax ourselves out of this problem that we find ourselves. It must be well thought out, well structured, and well planned economic policies that will be directed in channeling and taking us out of the current quagmire that we find ourselves and putting us on the platter of production. As we talk about we don't only have an export problem, we're having an import reduction problem at the port today. Because when the economy is not doing well, when the naira to dollar rate is very high, people who import goods are running at a loss. Because as you look at the inflation today, the food inflation is close to 40%. And you talk about the inflation as a whole in the country, and the employment rate is about 33%. The way the fuel subsidy removal was done, it was done without plan, it was done without consultation, it was done without proper policy. And that took cost of transportation for Nigerian workers from the percentage it was to 300% instantly. And it's an imprint on the life of those who are underemployed, those who are employed, and those who are not well paid. These are the challenges we're having in our economy, and none of us should pretend. This country is a country that if we don't collectively talk about how to save it, it will continue to nosedive. Because people who are in government are starting to see themselves as if they are beholden to themselves, as if the responsibilities that the people should come and genuflect before them and tell them thank you for voting you. You put yourself out for public office. It's a voluntary decision, and that decision was endorsed by the people. And you are in the office, you must work day and night, you must show capacity, you must show sincerity of purpose in solving that problem. If not, we cannot continue in a situation where you can't save the dollar by just all these policies they are running. They must have a system that will look at whether we are going into full-blown agriculture, which is something that our people will do, and then survive, and then make sure that agricultural production is enough to feed the world, and that will save our current situation.
Yeah, what for Peter Obi, what does it represent?
It represents the extraordinary, undefeated spirit of the Nigerian people. The Nigerian people were very committed in 2023. I've been in politics. I know you have known me, Oscar, for a very long time. And I've seen that there's always been a two-horse race in our election. It was impossible to decide. Because anytime anybody come out on the third leg, you can't get it. If Peter Obi came into the election with integrity, with sincerity, and with track record of working for the people. And that record, both in public and private sector, was enough to propel him, was enough for people to see that level of sincerity. And that's why people say Nigerians don't appreciate good people. Nigerians appreciate good people, despite they've been disappointed by a lot of people, and saw that thing and then queue behind. Because before people want to decamp to political parties, they are looking for parties that have governor, parties that have senators. Look at what happened. That a party without structure, a party that was not well standing, the Nigerian people took it up to #1 party. And that was because of the integrity of the person that was on the ballot. Well, it's a shining example to allow young people to live their life based on the path that will be beneficial to the general public, and that it will not be an individual self-satisfying pursuit for sartatious and self-aggrandizing intentions against the Nigerian resources.
Thank you very much.
I'm Chief Peter Ame.